Hey, we're live. I'm excited. I get really, really excited when people do really, really cool things. And I know someone who has done something really cool. Okay. So in my elite year-long coaching program, I get to work with some pretty outstanding entrepreneurs. And one of them, her name is Danielle Lindner. And Danielle Lindner, if you follow her Instagram channel, it's Parenting Takes Practice. And she's amazing. She's written like multiple books. She's like a best-selling author. She's opened her own preschool. Like, who does that? Her. Okay, that's crazy, right? She owned her own preschool. And in addition to that, you'll always see her like, she's like on New York Post today. And then she's on a TV station. I'm like, you are everywhere. Like, she's like famous. It's crazy. But anyway, she hired me to build her brand and take it out even like bigger. And it's been so fun to watch what she's doing because, man, she got some cool things happening. But one of the things that she challenged herself to do was to rebuild her Instagram page and just to like really crush it on Instagram, almost to like an obsessive level that I have not committed to personally, but she did. And I love when people do that because I'm like, whoa, you inspired me. So she has totally inspired me. But here's the story of what she did. About 6 months ago, she's like, Michelle, you know what? My old Instagram account is kind of dead. I'm going to delete it and start over. And I'm like, are you sure you want to do that? That's kind of risky, because that's kind of risky. But anyway, she decided to do it. And in the course of 5 months, she had gone from 0 followers to 250,000 followers following her little system. Like, she went and did some research. She figured out how to grow. And she did it without buying leads, without doing anything. We were just posting. Okay. I mean, it's crazy. It's literally crazy. Say crazy if you agree. It's crazy. So anyway, so that is what she done. Now her channel today is at 285,000 followers. It grows by like 1,000 or 2,000 people a day, like something crazy, like abnormal. And I'm like, Danielle, you're really smart. You should come and train my audience on how you do this. And then I also said to her, and you should think about making a training about how you did this. Because everyone in our elite programs, like, Danielle, do you have a program? Can you teach us how to do this? So she actually created one, which is so fun. But anyway, today she's here to spill her beans and share how she did it. So my dear friend, Danielle Lindner, I'm welcoming her to the stage. Hi, friend.
Hello.
Girl, you're a legend. I mean, the whole thing is just legendary.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, cool. So I'm excited. I'm excited for you to share. Do you want to share like a little bit of your backstory? And then I'll ask you some of the questions that I've got here.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
So, like you said, I've had businesses and all that. And I started this parent coaching business. And I'm like, if I'm going to sell things, I need to have people buy my stuff and be on my Instagram because that's where a lot of the parents are living. That's where a lot of people are living. They're on a line, they're in a grocery store, they're like scrolling. Oh, I'll buy that Korean face mask. That looks amazing, or whatever. And so before I met Michelle, I met this other woman who said, just give me $500 and I will fill your Instagram with 40,000 people in 3 days. And it's going to be amazing. And everyone's going to buy stuff. And so I'm like, that sounds really amazing. Now, if it sounds too amazing, it's because it's dumb. It's fake. That's why. So I paid, and within 3 days, I had 40,000 people, and I started posting and killing myself. And it's crickets. Nobody's responding. I have 200 views, which is basically nothing. I had 40,000 people. None of them were doing anything. It was just dead. And then I met Michelle, and I started talking to her, and I'm like, I can't build an email list. I can't sell anything if all of these people, first of all, most of them are fake. And a lot of them are also people that they're not moms, they're not parents, they're not people that are my tribe, they're not people that are going to buy from me. They're just not, when you're selling something, you want to reach the people that want what you have. And none of these people wanted anything that I had. And so I said, what do you think about, I think this Instagram is poisoned, which is something I talk about more, but I think it's poisoned. And I think I need to just start from scratch with 0. And it was scary. A lot of people were like, I don't know. I don't think you should do that. But the fact is, once your Instagram's poisoned, it's just pretty much, you can't really unpoison it even if you give it charcoal tablets, it's not going to help. So I started from scratch, and I was doing it for 2 or 3 weeks and nothing. And it was so depressing. I had 150 followers, and they were all my friends, and they were not buying either. And then I was like, all right, I have to crack the code on this because people are doing it. And I'm not a techie person, and I don't have a billion hours to do this because I run other businesses. And I'm like, but there's got to be a way. People can't be just living on this platform. And so I started taking pieces of information from every person that I could find and piece together the things that made sense for me and the things that I thought worked. And I just started trying a lot of things and documenting for myself what really worked and what was really tipping the needle, I guess. I don't even think that's a phrase, but you know what I mean? What was really making things happen. And then all of a sudden, I think it was one day I was on an airplane and I texted Michelle and I was like, oh my God, Michelle, in the last hour, I got 5,000 people. And then she was like, what? That's bananas. And I'm like, I know. And then I thought, oh, this is never going to happen again. And then I said to my husband that I go, if I get to 10,000 followers, I'm buying myself something. And he's like, Danielle, you're not, because I know that's going to be tiny tip of the iceberg, because when you start something, you don't let it just be a little bit good. You want it to be amazing. And so it just kept growing and growing. And then I remember saying to Michelle, I hope I get to, 10,000 people by the beach retreat. And that was like months and months away. And then we were at the beach retreat and I was like, oh my God, 30,000 followers. We were like, woo! So I just kept doing the system that I have. I kept following, and I still do. I keep following my system. I keep following the tips and tricks. And now it's been about 7 months, and I have 288,000 people that comment, that engage, that most of them are super nice. I say most. I'd say 1% are not nice, but whatever. Michelle taught me how to brush that off. But so many comments, now you put up a post and people are like, oh my gosh, I watch my grandbabies and everything on your content helps me with them and I love it. Or a teacher that says, oh, I caught some of your tips and I'm using it in my classroom. Or we tried this paper airplane and the principal was going to get the kids in trouble, but then they saw it was a science thing. You start to get this feedback and it just makes you feel good about it and it pushes you to do more. But the reality is I was doing a lot in the beginning. Michelle knows I was addicted to my Instagram.
Yeah, she was pretty committed.
When I started putting the course together, I was like, I need to put a course together for women that do not want to be on this 24/7 because it's not realistic. And I want it to be super, super easy because it really is if you do it step by step and you figure out just the little tips and tricks and things and things that don't work, because there's a lot of noise out there on Instagram. There's a lot of noise. And so they'll tell you things to do, but they don't really work. They're just saying things, to get you to hook you in and to get you to like their post or to save their post. But I've tried all of them and a lot of them don't work.
Yeah. Well, I have some questions for you. It's such people are like, oh my gosh, it's so impressive. It's fascinating. And I would agree. I was like, whoa, because my channel has grown to 68,000 followers, but slow, baby, slow, or maybe 60,000. It's slow, very many years. Right. So I'm always fascinated when I watch someone boom, it's crazy. So I have a few questions for you. What would you say you did that hacked the Instagram algorithm? If you were to give some tips on what was the thing that you did, what would that be that people are potentially doing wrong?
Yeah. So what people are really getting wrong is not having clarity. And it's interesting because I've gone in and just gone into some accounts of not beach retreat, elite members. I've just gone through and I'm like, let me just pick this account and check it out and pick this account and check it out. And the biggest thing I see is lack of clarity. So the algorithm, you might think the algorithm hates you and it's like this bad friend that's really mean and doesn't like you. But the reality is the algorithm has no feelings. It just has the input that you give it. So, for example, if you are someone that creates funnels, I'm just making this up, someone that creates funnels, and that's like a business that you like, and you're putting up posts that talk about funnels, and then the next post talks about some business strategy, and the next post talks about something you did at the gym, and then the next post talks about funnels again, and then a motivational quote. Instagram has no idea who you are.
She's talking about my channel. I do that. Yeah. See, that's why I'm growing slow. I need your advice.
And
Yeah.
I think that's like one of the biggest mistakes that people make is that you don't have that clarity. And Instagram has to know, who are you? And like, so imagine a stranger landing on your page and look at your top 3 posts and say to yourself, if I'm a stranger landing on this page and I'm looking at these 3 posts, do I know immediately who this account is for and why they should care?
Yeah.
And if you don't, then you got to start reworking it, because the algorithm isn't like a bunch of guys sitting or ladies sitting around looking at your stuff going, no, I think she really means she's a fitness person. Like, this is cute. It's cute. I love her dog dancing, but she's fitness. Like, there's no people sitting around, like, debating it. It's just like this computer system somewhere, I don't know, Idaho or someplace that's like just taking the information you're throwing in there and making the assumption from it, really.
So you would say, and I notice this, the creators that are the most successful have very redundant messaging, said a little bit differently, but it's super redundant day after day after day.
Yes.
Would you agree with that statement?
Oh, totally. Like, I've said to people too, they said, oh, I love your content. I always know. And I said, when you're scrolling, you always know my content, don't you? You always know it's a post from me, because every post, it's like on brand, and like it always has my logo in it for the most part. There's a couple that don't. But
pretty.
Yeah, it's like bright, it's an activity. You see my little logo, like it's all on brand, and like you pretty much know that's me. And they're like, yeah, I stopped because I know it's one of your posts. And that's the thing that people get wrong a lot. That they don't have that, consistency, and they kind of just like, and you can see if you scroll way down to when I started this account, it's a mess.
Yeah, I watched it go from like a little messy to now, wow, so pretty. Like, look at how pretty this is.
Yeah, it started out like a mess. Like,
you make covers? Are these all your covers you make?
Yeah, I make covers for almost everything except
in ChatGPT.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, I make all my covers.
Do you teach us how to do that in your program?
I do not.
I think that's not a bonus module.
That has to be a bonus.
That's a bonus module. That's really good. Yeah. That's amazing. So, okay. Well, my next question is, what actually creates massive reach right now? I mean, it's potentially, we've already answered it, but what would you say creates massive reach for people?
Massive reach now is not what it was in 2025. I know it was just like a couple weeks ago, but really 2026 is about authenticity, which is great, because Michelle, you talk about it all the time. You're like, go on camera, even if you feel gross, like do whatever, like
do it.
I just got a flu shot today. I feel gross right now, but I'm like, I got to be on this thing. So here I am. And it's like authenticity, don't be fake, be who you are. People are tired of overproduced video. They're getting AI is its own thing, and there's definitely a place for it. But people really want real things. They want to feel like someone sees them, someone understands them, someone is them, someone's struggling with the problem that they are. And so just being your authentic self, as painful as that can be sometimes, that's going to start to grow your reach. Like, there's so many other tips and tricks and things, but as a general thing, that's really important, especially now.
And what would you say, how to grow fast without, like, a lot of people think you have to dance or you have to like
Yeah.
pedal, because you see the people and they're like professional dancers. I'm like, shoot, I can't dance like that. Right? Like, what's your advice for someone that's like, I don't want to dance on camera? What would you say to that person?
Yeah, I never dance on camera. I never have.
Don't have to. Yeah. Yeah.
um, I think it's like it's having a system
Yeah.
and being very, very specific about how you're gonna plan your content, have a content plan, and use all of the things that like that I teach in the course. Like use trial reels to test your stuff, use talking heads, be live, remixing. But remixing is now very specific. So you have to remix in a very authentic way. So I talk about that too, how to make a remix so that Instagram will push it out and make it so that people are going to want to follow. Because as an example, I found someone made a reel about this paper airplane. It's a cool paper airplane. And when you go into Instagram, you can, if it's remixable, you press on remix and it'll show you other people's remixes that they've done. So this guy's original reel, I don't know, it was like 100 million views or something. Crazy. So those are always good ones because people like it. But then I was looking at all the other remixes and they were like 2,000 views, 1,400 views, 2,500 views. And they basically were just people, doing that split screen and they're like, hey, cool paper airplane. But they were not giving any they weren't adding to it or making it creative in any way. So I remixed the same exact reel, but I put up stuff that made sense, like how this is a lesson in aerodynamics, how you can do this with your kids. If you have little kids, just let them do stickers on it before you make the paper airplane, since they can't cut things and fold things. And and then gave a really good, I said in comments, there's going to be expansion activities in the comments for science teachers and this and that. And that reel has now, and I posted it in a trial, and it has 50 million views.
Wow. That's crazy.
And it's I think that brought in about 50,000 followers or something.
Were you talking over the remix? You put your face over it, or you added you to the end of it?
I didn't put myself in it at all.
You just had caption below it?
Yeah, I just had captions. Sometimes I talk, but sometimes I just put captions and I just put there's so many things to put in your captions that, always make sure you have, and I talk about this too, the call to action. Make sure that when somebody is in your account, they know what they're supposed to do. Yeah. Don't just assume that they're going to know what to do. Because so many times, if you think about it, you've looked at people's stuff and you're like, oh, this is so cute, but you don't like it. You don't share it. You don't save it. You just scroll to the next thing. So people need directions.
Yeah. So cool. Yeah. I followed a little, you had told me about that remix strategy, and I did it, and my channel blew up. That I get a lot of followers just from a few things I remixed, which was part of the thing you teach in your whole program. So, okay, what would you say? It's my last question for you. What are most people doing wrong? That, you're like, oh, don't do that. And maybe you alluded to that already.
Yeah, they're not putting a call to action at all. That's a big one.
Yeah.
And they're just, like we talked about, posting random stuff. If this is and that was my problem in the beginning too. I would have some business focused, for my business focused posts. And then I'd have a picture of my dog. Because I thought, oh, this is cute. People are going to like this. But it dilutes the algorithm. And then when you start doing that, your follower growth just dies.
Yeah.
Now with the system I put in place and everything following it, now a slow day for me is 400 new followers a day. That's when I'm like, oh, this is abysmal.
You guys say bananas. That's bananas in the chat.
And I'll be
Oh
like,
my
oh,
God.
I'll say to my husband, Steve, I'm so bummed. I only got 485 today. And he's like, what?
Get your life together. Yeah. Gosh. Just incredible, right? I know. She would message me and I'm like, mine is like growing slowly. She's like, I got like 5,000 followers in the last 2 days. I'm like, wow. Ah. I'm like, Danielle, you need to make a course training on what you did because you have a really set system of like how you're doing this.
Yeah. And
You
it's
can
easy.
and
And
you keep
it's,
the remixing and all of that. Like, yeah, because you don't make all your stuff yourself. That's what's even cooler about it.
I don't make most of my stuff myself. I
Ooh,
I've made I just made a really cool video myself
okay.
that actually I blew up on because I talk about Facebook too in my course. It blew up to about 285,000 views, something I made myself in my kitchen, which I'm like, oh my gosh, that's it right there. Magic floating art. That blew up on on Facebook.
Which one? This one.
Yeah.
On Facebook, it blew up. Look at this one, 300.
Yeah. And I'm
Oh
telling
yeah,
you,
I want to do this. I saw that. I'm like, I want to
it's
do
so
that.
cool, but it's not even that great. And
It's cool.
it just
Watch.
it just blew up and it's the coolest thing.
You do that. I want to do that.
Kids love it. They're like, "Oh my god, that is so cool." And then I did another one where you can take a little piece of paper and put it back on it and it goes right back onto the paper. It's so cool.
You put like
And
ham on the back of that spoon or no? Just
nothing on the back of that spoon.
we got to do this. This
Totally,
is
it has to be a clean spoon.
so cool. We're all going to go do that tonight.
Yeah, but the cool thing about that is like I teach you how to cross post and monetize. And when you do that, like I think they paid me like $200 for that post. That took me 5 minutes to make it.
So you're making money from the platforms.
Yeah.
You're now making money from brand deals.
Yeah.
You now have clients who have hired you.
I got free kinetics. They're like the magnetiles. They're like the Australian magnetiles. And I just really love those. So I'm like, oh, this is great. This is a fun thing to get free. I got a free drum. Like you get a lot of weird free things, but hey, it's free.
So you put together a whole training giving the whole formula of how to do this, right?
Yes.
All right. So I'm going to show it on the screen because I know some of you are probably like, I just need to know how to do it all. Can you just tell me? And the answer is yes. So I'm going to show your page. It's really, really pretty and it's extremely well done. So running across the bottom is michellelovesyou.com/250K is Danielle's course, but I'm going to share it with you guys just so you can see it because it's pretty amazing what you created here. So share screen. Here you go. So this is her page. Isn't this pretty? It's so pretty. So does Instagram feel more confusing? Yes, sometimes. Simple system that grew your account to 288,000 followers in 5 months while raising your kids, and how you do the same with clear, repeatable framework to grow your Instagram with ease. So pretty. You can tell she's one of our students. I'm like very proud of this. This is very well done.
Thank you.
Girl, it's so pretty. Okay. Yes, I want to grow my Instagram following. Limited time offer, instant access for just $97. So $97, you'll teach us everything we need to know.
Yeah.
Okay. This is so good. Okay. This is so good. Look at this. All right. So what's the deal? So we buy it and what? We get instant access to it, or how does it work?
Yeah. So you buy it, you get instant access to it. And then there's actually a special little thing that I'm going to do just for a small group of people. I think once you buy it, it'll, if it's still open, because we're only taking 20 people into this little special group, I'm going to have 3 days where I will be available to you pretty much all day, where you can WhatsApp me with any questions you have about your Instagram. I'll take a look at your posts. I'll help you for 3 days. And then at the end of the 3 days, we're going to have a live call mastermind where you can, throw up your Instagram, show me what you're working on, show me what we're doing, and I will help you tweak it live, like just with me. I've never done that before. I've never really had, a good way to do that. But I'm excited about that because the course is awesome and you'll get so far. And then if you do the next part, like hopefully you'll just shoot to the moon. That's what we want.
It's so good. Your page is so good. It's so pretty. Looks
Thank
amazing.
you.
Okay, so guys, it's running across the bottom, michellelovesyou.com/250K. And I'll be sending emails out about this too. I don't obviously promote all of my students' stuff, but when it's something that really aligns with my audience and it will help you guys get a great result, I'm like, I got to share this. So question coming in from Campus Confident: is it good if you're brand new to Instagram?
Oh my gosh. If you are brand new to Instagram, this is perfect for you because I put in a whole starting module right at the beginning about just how to get started, how to set up your bio, how to set up your account, how to do like every little when I was going through it, I'm like, all right, if I had never done anything on Instagram before, I want to be able to look at this course and go through this course and know how to do it. And then if you get stuck, you can do the 3 days with me and I'll help you so no one gets stuck. But that's another thing. Like people don't know how to really create a bio that works for them. And that's in the course too. It'll tell you like how to tweak that and how to make sure that your bio works for you. Because that's a big thing. That's a really big thing.
So cool. Katie Miller.
Yay! Hi, Katie.
We love you. I know. That's so exciting. Okay, let's see. Fellow elite friend. Oh, she's in the elite program too. I know. We were talking about in the elite. We're like, Danielle, can you show us what you did? Because we just want to grow like you did. And that's so cool. What about for someone like me? Would you be like, Michelle, just cancel your account and start over?
No, I would not tell you to cancel your account and start over because your account, it's healthy. It's growing. It just needs tweaks.
Yeah.
It just needs to be tweaked. We need to tweak it a little bit.
Yeah. This is a good question. Be real. What kind of daily time investment are we looking at, Miss Danielle?
It's all about consistency. It doesn't mean posting every single day. And if you go on Instagram and someone tells you, which they do, you need to post every single day. It's just not true. The algorithm will continue to promote you and put you out if you're consistent. So if you're a 2-time-a-week person and you stick to 2 times a week, then you might grow a little slower, but it's still going to help you build. If you're somebody who, is a 4-time-a-week person or a 5-time-a-week person, then you want to kind of stick with that. But don't overcommit yourself because you don't need to. It's more about consistency. Everything with Instagram is really about consistency. I would say.
So cool.
Yeah.
And then here's a question. Cheryl Strait's a network marketer. So those are people that sell like Pampered Chef, Mary Kay, Color Street, that kind of stuff. Would it work for someone who's in network marketing and has a physical product to sell?
Yes, it's totally great. And actually, I'm going to be presenting with Tanya Memi to a bunch of realtors. Because anybody that has their own business and, a Mary Kay person, a realtor, someone that's selling like health drinks or whatever it is, I mean, you're your own entrepreneur. And so it's a great way to learn how to sell yourself and make people feel confident in who you are. And that's another key thing is that people need to look at your account and trust you. And learn to see you as the authority in whatever it might be, like the best realtor, the best Mary Kay salesperson, the best Vitality Life person that I'm going to go to. Like it's all about trust factor too. So, and that kind of goes along with, your consistency of posting. So if you are always like a twice a week poster, people start to count on that. They're like, oh, it's great. But, don't let 4 months go by before, between posts. Like it can't be that, limited.
Yeah. Yeah. So people are asking questions like, would this work if I don't have a business just yet? And what would be your answer to that?
Yeah. So my answer to that is to figure out who you want to be. Figure out who you want to be, set up your account, and just start experimenting and playing around with things. Get used to the platform and make that a trial account. So use the course, go through every module, make a trial account, because you can have more than one account on Instagram.
Yeah.
Make that your trial account where you're just trying things out. You're learning how to do remixes. You're learning how to make a reel. You're learning how to do a story. You're learning how to use edits. You're learning how to write a good hook. Practice on that account. And then once you've learned it and you get to the point where you're like, oh, I think my business is, I'm going to be an orchid salesperson or whatever it is, or I'm going to do a course on gardening. Then you open another account with another name and you're an expert now, and you can grow the right way. Because if you start with your trial account and then you want to shift it to your business account, it's going to be poisoned a little bit, right? Because you were practicing and you didn't know who you were, and maybe you were like selling, tires, and now you're like, no, I'm an orchid salesman. And then you're going to have all these things about tires, but you want to sell orchids. So set it up, learn Instagram, don't put your real business name, like just play around with it, and then set up your next account.
Yeah. So good. So good. Let's see. There was another question about would it work for professional business services like bookkeeping and teaching bookkeeping?
Oh my gosh, totally. Yeah. Because like I said, people are always looking for those kind of things, right? I know I am. I'm always looking for a bookkeeper. I'm always looking for someone to help me with my taxes, or I'm looking for somebody to be a virtual assistant, or I'm looking, whatever it might be, even like gardeners, or like any service that you can provide where people need to know who you are and trust you, it works for.
Yeah.
Because it's really just about building trust so that you're top of mind. Yep. So, and that's the thing that helps me with media. So like I had Good Day LA. They just called me and they're like, we saw your Instagram and we know that you're a parenting expert and we need somebody to come on and talk about transitions. And they just found me because I kept showing up and became like, the parenting person. And so they contact me. And so that's going to happen to you too. Like if you're a bookkeeper, they're going to keep seeing you. And then when they need that service, you're top of mind and they remember you. And then they're going to hire you, hopefully.
Yeah, it's 100%. Well, it's just attention is a currency nowadays. But the only way to get attention is to show up in video. Hi, Cindy Webb, hi. I realized that was your question when I saw that. I'm like, that's my friend. So, yeah, another question. I'm an 18-year-old veteran and I do home improvement. Would it work for me? Kind of the same answer, right? If you sell something that helps people, absolutely. Attention's a currency. It's going to make you more money. Would you agree?
Yeah, and they need to know about you. I mean, that's incredible. And tell your story. That is so important. Share your story and people will want to help you.
Yeah. Do we purchase now? Yeah, Julia, it's on its lowest price it's going to be at, right? Because Danielle, does the price go up? When does the price go up for you?
Yeah, I think it goes up in a week to 147.
Yeah, so it's at 97 right now. Yeah, so it's less now. So grab it now so you don't forget. If you go to michellelovesyou.com/250K, and I'll send some emails out about it too, just because this is one of those courses I'm buying myself. And then I'm like, my audience needs this, only because I know a lot of you own businesses and you want to create content and you want to show up and you want to be seen. But I've literally watched this dramatically change Danielle's life, in a very short amount of time. In 6 months since being in the elite program, I've just watched you do some pretty incredible things. So it's just been really fun to watch. So I just know the power of this. And when someone does it this well, I'm like, dude, you need to teach us all how to do that. Because she was obsessed with it on a level that I don't know that I have time to commit to. She learned what to do. I'm a little bit more throw spaghetti on a wall. It's working. It's fine. But you really, really figured out the Instagram algorithm, which is so crazy because I know you're a parenting coach. But I'm like, while you're busy being a parenting coach, can you also make an Instagram course?
And it's so funny because when I was doing this course, I just had the best time. It was so easy. I loved it. It was so fun. And so I hope when you go through the course, you'll see that and you'll have fun too. Because, and hopefully if you want to do the 3-day working with me, it's going to be fun because I think anything that's worthwhile, it has to be fun, right? You have to have humor with it. You have to be light about it because if it becomes a chore, then you don't want to do it anymore. So, I really love it. I've become so passionate about it. And I just feel like it gives you a platform without spending gazillions of dollars. Not everybody can spend a gazillion dollars marketing their business when they're first starting. They're an entrepreneur, and it's a lot of money to like advertise on Facebook and this and that. And you literally can build a whole business on Instagram without even spending $1 advertising. I didn't pay for one follower.
It's crazy. It's
Not
crazy,
one.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Danielle is the real deal, you guys. She owns a preschool. She's a best-selling author. She has multiple books. She's on TV stations and news and print media. I mean, she's everywhere. In addition, she created this course. She's one of those people, I would say you have a good skill of like, you get committed to something and you just like commit and you finish the thing. Right. And so she's a good person to learn from. So if you do get the opportunity to grab one of those 20 spots to work with her and get her feedback, you'll just learn a lot from her just about how to like obsess over business to make things work. And that's what I love about you, my friend, is I'm a little obsessive too. But it's just fun for you to watch this like grow. And I'm like out of nothing into something that's now helping so many people. And it's just really cool. So let's see, the lazy scrapbooker signed up for this. So that's awesome. Who signed up? Let us know in the chat. I did see a question from one of our elite students that said, I sell deep dish cookies. How do I know what kind of things to post? What would you say to that, Danielle? Is that something she could work with you and you'd give her ideas?
Oh my God. Yeah. I would love to help you with that. We could come up with a whole content plan. I've been now working with women, helping them figure out their whole content plan, figure out what to post, figure out, and we can start in the 3-day group because you'll have WhatsApp. What is that? WhatsApp access.
Yeah. WhatsApp is the program. Yeah.
I can teach you Instagram, but I can't teach you how to talk.
Apparently Turtle Creek Lane follows you. That's a big deal.
We can work on that. And then I can always help you offline more, just figuring out what are the right posts and how to do it and how to build that, branding within Instagram. So the algorithm knows, oh, that's the deep dish cookie lady. And then sends your deep dish cookie stuff to all the people that they know are going to want it. That's the key, right? Sending it to your people. That's what you want to happen.
There's so many good questions coming in for you. So I'd say for some of the questions where you're like, what would you do in this scenario, Danielle? You do have the option to upgrade. There's 20 people that get to upgrade to work with her on WhatsApp. So if you want to ask her specific questions, you can do that. Cause I see a lot like for my account, what would you do in this scenario? That is a great, I am going to actually pay you for that too, Danielle. Cause I want to pick your brain about mine. Like, just tell me what I should be posting every day. Cause I can be a little like, oh, I got this good idea. And then I'm a little all over the place. I mean, it works, but it could be more effective. So and one last question, does this work for other platforms? Like if you teach it for Instagram, could they use it for like Instagram? Like YouTube, Facebook, Pinterest, like is some of the stuff like transferable to other platforms?
It really, really is. And I think we talked about it. I'm just now getting ready to film my Facebook monetizing and a Facebook course too. Because Facebook's a little different, but it really does transfer. I mean, a lot of the same principles work on all those platforms, and a lot of it is getting a good content plan, getting clarity. Saves, likes don't really matter anymore on most of these platforms. It used to be likes, now it's shares and saves. So I love working with people on developing content that becomes stuff you want to share and save, because that's very different than someone scrolling and being like, I like that. Oh yeah, that was cute. Yeah, I like that. Mm-hmm. Because when and I talk about this in the course too, when you are shares are valued more than saves, because when you save something, it goes in its nice little pretty box and you saved it for yourself and it's like, oh, I'm saving this. But when you share it, the algorithm says, oh, this is another chance for me to send it out to more people and more people are going to like this. So I love working with people to figure out, based on your business, what can we create that's going to translate into those shares? And there's a lot of little tips and tricks to do for that.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much. Oh my gosh. I see so many people have purchased, which is kind of exciting. A lot of people are hiring you actually too. But she's really smart, you guys. She's a really smart business lady. So you got to like scoop her up while you can because she's
Thank
you're
you.
amazing. We've gotten to know each other really well, right? We talk almost daily now because we work so close together and we're working together in Florida. She's like, can we meet up
Yes.
and work in Florida on the beach? I'm like, are you kidding? Yes. So that's like a new product offering I have where we can go to the beach and hang out together. But it's so fun to watch you blow this up, my friend. You are I know you already run $1 million business. You're already very successful, but you have $1 million massive business here and then beyond. Like we haven't even scratched the surface on what's possible for you. And it just makes me so happy for you because you just have that it factor. You're doing it. You're making it happen. And it looks so good. And you've done such a good job. So I'm just honored to share it with my whole audience and tell everyone about you because I'm really proud of you. I really am. It's pretty amazing. Yeah.
I'm excited to do this and help other women because I really felt, I was really down in the dumps when I started with my Instagram.
Yeah.
I was really ready to give up. I really was.
Yep. Yeah, no, and that's what's fun with working with people. I get to see like the before and then the after, and then the like, you don't even need me anymore. Like that's literally what happens.
Always need you.
We'll always be friends. Well, yeah, but you won't always need me, and that's kind of the goal is that you are crushing it. So I'm so excited for you. So awesome. Well, a lot of people are in. I'm so excited. Let us know in the chat if you grabbed a spot. And I just purchased both. See, people got spots. Can't wait to add the time with you later. Will this be on replay? Yes, you'll be able to watch this replay. Anthea, it's so good to see you again, by the way. I remember you from like years ago and then you just pop back. I'm like, where's my friend? Like, that's what's funny about online. You see people for a while and then you don't see them for a while. And then she repop. I'm like, there's my friend. So fun. Let's see. And how about this? Everyone who takes Danielle's class, we get back together and review with Danielle in the future. I love the idea. Yeah, how about that? I'll throw in, if you buy from that link, right, which is my link to promote her product. If you buy from my link, I'm going to throw in a 1-hour class where I'll come back on and I'll pay Danielle to come on and speak, or we'll figure out something and she can answer some questions. How does that sound?
Yeah.
Is that okay, Danielle?
I'm in. That would be amazing.
Awesome. I signed up. I'm in. I'm signed up. I got in. I signed up. Awesome. Julia and Jocelyn. Oh, they're so fun. Those are the girls. They won our course creator blueprint competition. Can this work for a faceless account? I would say yes, right?
Of course. Yes, absolutely. Like a lot of people don't want to be FaceTime, they don't want to put their face on there and they're just nervous about it. And there are a lot of ways that you can be authentic and genuine and offer a good experience through your Instagram and your Facebook by just figuring out a good content plan. And people don't always need to see your face. A lot of people that I learned from and followed from, I never saw their face. It was just really good advice or a really good product. I mean, think about how many things you've bought on Instagram from scrolling and there's no face. It's like nothing, like, oh, this shirt looks nice. There's no face. It's just
yeah.
There's no one talking, or wow, these cupcakes look amazing. I'm buying these cupcakes. Like if it said gluten-free and it was pretty and it looked nice, I didn't care if I saw the baker. I'm just buying these.
Because it looks good.
Right. Just looks good.
Someone asked for the link, michellelovesyou.com/250K. It's kind of scrolling across the bottom, but I know not everyone's screen's a little bit different. If you're watching on a phone, it's hard to see. Such a generous opportunity. So great. I'm in. Dude, your 20 spots are going to be gone in a nanosecond. So you guys better grab those before they're gone. Awesome. Okay. Well, so many good questions. I know you got to go, Danielle. I appreciate having you on.
Of course.
Amazing. And
I want to just say that I only wanted to do 20 for this one because I really do want to give you the time. I didn't want it to be so diluted that I couldn't really give you the time to ask your questions and to look at your stuff. And so that's why it's only 20, but maybe we'll open up another date, another 3 dates or something.
There's very good synergy with what you do and what my audience needs. So I love the idea. So awesome. Thanks for being on, friend.
Thank you for having me.
So pretty. It was so good to see you here.
Thanks everyone for coming.
Awesome. All right. I love you guys. Thanks for being on. And we'll see you really soon. Oh, P.S. If you buy it, I'll send you an email and I'll let you know what else we're going to do as a bonus for you guys. So We got more people in. Everyone's pouring in. MichelleLovesYou.com/250K. Just MichelleLovesYou.com/250K. Okay. Bye, friends. I love you. You're pretty. Bye, friend.